Hey, howdy, hey. Today we are going to be rating every weapon in Monster Hunter Rise based on the demo and its improvements. Now, everything's subjective. It isn't 100% definitive. I know that, but this is just how I feel about each weapon. Here at the bottom I put no knowledge because there are actually two weapons I know nothing about and therefore don't feel comfortable talking about as though I would know. But I've played pretty much every weapon in Monster Hunter at one point or another, especially in World, since I put like over 1,000 hours into it. So anyway, let's get started. Bo? Sorry, Bo. You just didn't feel all that great in the... you know what, I'll even knock Bo down to D. I really didn't like how the bow felt in the Monster Hunter Rise demo. I don't know if it was a bad bow or what, but it just felt weak. It felt not great. It felt like it was just missing something, if that makes sense. It felt like a major downgrade from World's bow gameplay, which was like more exciting and fun. And I don't know, I miss being able to make it rain and drop the rocks on people, and now it does other stuff instead, and I really don't like that. Anyway, moving on. Charge Blade. I have no knowledge of Charge Blade, I'll be real with you. It never clicked with me. I never liked it. I was never able to make it work for me, so I have no knowledge of it, and I'm not even going to try. Sorry about that. While we're doing that, let's just get this out of the way. Light bowgun. Also, I dabbled in it a bit in World and Monster Hunter GU, Generations Ultimate, but I never clicked with it. Every time I played light bowgun, I was just like, why don't I just play heavy bowgun? The answer to that is the mobility, but then again, you can just slap a shield on the front of your heavy bowgun and it's just as good. In my opinion, at least. Anyway, dual blades. I think dual blades are really good in the Monster Hunter Rise demo. Being able to attach yourself to the monster and just stay like right up on it as much as you want feels amazing. It's great. It's just the same old dual blades. Doing good, doing work. Feels like an improvement, which is what you want, and that's about it. Great sword. You know what? Great sword was my main, one of my three mains for World, and it feels about the same. It doesn't feel like over the top. It doesn't feel way better. It just feels good. But Great Sword always feels good to use, so it feels okay. Its wire bug stuff does allow for more mobility, which is something you want if you're playing Great Sword because of because of how slow it is. But it just didn't make that big of a difference. The one attack where you go flying through the air and you hit, and if you connect, you do an automatic falling attack. That's pretty cool. That's good, but that's highly situational, and you know, you don't really use the wire bug stuff that much when you're rocking the Great Sword. In my opinion, I might just be bad. I might have lost my touch with Great Sword. Okay, moving on. Gun Lance. I like Gun Lance. Gun Lance is good. Gun Lance is fine. I don't think it has any downsides. I don't think it has any really huge upsides. I don't remember being able to... I don't think it was in the demo, the ability where you like fire off like a cannon and rocket yourself towards the monster. I don't think that was in the demo. Or at least I couldn't pull it off if it was. I might be stupid. I might not have played enough Gun Lance. But Gun Lance is a great weapon. Gun Lance is fantastic. I played a lot of it in World. Not one of my mains, but I did play a lot of it. And it feels really good in Rise as well. Hold on. Oh god, I'm gonna sneeze, guys. And as a matter of fact, I'll move Greatsword down to C because I don't see that big of an issue. But Gun Lance is top tier still. Great weapon. Hammer. Hammer is great. Hammer is best as it's always been. Hammer, you can go flying through the air, really knocks some heads. Really helps when you're fighting like Mizitsune or Rathian. in the demo. You're able to really pull off those exhaustion stun hits when you're able to fly through the air doing it. Very good weapon, still very good. You can charge it in, I don't remember what the new charge is, but you can charge it up, and it's great. You know how everybody knows how the hammer plays. The hammer's fine. Hammer's great. Love the hammer. Very good. Heavy bowgun. I'm going to put that in A. I love heavy bowgun in the Monster Hunter Rise demo. It feels amazing to use. It's got all the power it used to have, but now with the ability to counter attacks, and you fire off a big shot that does a lot of mounting or knockdown damage, well, I guess you would call it the wyvern riding damage now because of what it is. Because that's the new mounting, essentially. You do a lot of that damage with the counter hit, and the counter hit's pretty easy to pull off if you just wait for the opening. And you could use it in close range or long range, so that's really good. Heavy bowgun, very good. Love it. My favorite ranged weapon. One of my mains in Monster Hunter World as well as GU. I've always rocked heavy bowgun at some point. You know where Hunting Horn goes. The reworked Hunting Horn is freaking phenomenal. It is amazing. It is fantastic. It's so much funner to play. It's so much easier to play, which means a lot more people are going to be like supporting people with their songs because they'll be playing Hunting Horn because they think it's OP. I dare say it was OP in the demo. It felt a little overtuned. Which, get it overtuned because it's an instrument anyway. It felt great. That new super perform you can do after you get the 3 notes does a whole lot of damage, and it's really good to pull off. I love pulling it off. Oh man, my brain just went blank there for a second. Anyway, Hunting Horn, very good. You know it, I know it, we all know it. You know what else is good? Insect Glaive, but it's a little bit on the boring side. It's still a good weapon. I still like it. But it just got more mobility options, and it already had mobility options. It was the most mobile weapon. It feels like it just got the short end of the stick in Rise with the wire bugs. It used to be the mobility bug thing, but now everybody's got mobility and bugs. So it's feeling a little bit left by the wayside. But it's still good. It has a couple more tools for it. The tools are fine, but they're one of them which just lets you vault towards the monster is just like, that's a bit redundant, don't you think, Capcom? Anyway, I think it's good. It's fine. It's not amazing. It's whatever. Going to Lance. Lance, I'm going to put in B. It's good. It's Lance. You can attach yourself to people. I think I might be maining Lance in Monster Hunter Rise, honestly, because it's something new. I try to main new weapons in every Monster Hunter that comes out. In 3, in Portable Third, I mained dual blades. In World, I mained this boy. In GU, I made longsword, and so on and so forth. Not going to get into all of them right now. Anyway, Lance is very good. That new counter ability where you counter the hit and then all your attacks are like boosted, that's awesome. That's going to get a lot of play. That might turn this into a speedrunning weapon in the hands of a master. So I look forward to that. Very good, very good. Longsword. Longsword is the strongest it's ever been. That new counter that's so easy to pull off, it might as well be free, is borderline broken. That wire bug attack I'm talking about, it's fantastic. You also have the Yai Spirit Slash, which is for a little bit more skilled players. If you're a skilled longsword user, you're god tier with this weapon, because this weapon like has it all. Essentially, it feels like now. It was always a good weapon. I think longsword's always been a little bit overtuned, and that's part of why it's the most popular weapon by far, which I guess the second half is it being weeaboo bullshit. It's the most weeb weapon, let's be real, followed by the dual blades. But it's a great weapon. It's popular for a reason, and they know it's popular, and I think that's why they give it that little, just that little bit more extra sauce for people. Just a little bit more goodness for the people. They'll be a little bit more happy. Longsword, fantastic weapon, gotten even better with that easy free counter ability. Okay. You know it, I know it. Switch Axe is going at A. A is what I believe the Switch Axe goes to, no matter what. Switch Axe is always a solid choice. I feel like not enough people give it a chance. And I don't really see that changing with Rise. I don't think enough people are going to give this weapon a chance. Even though it is very deserving of it, its new abilities are very good. They complement the weapon nicely. And I don't know. Just Switch. I'm half tempted to make Switch Axe my main for Rise. But I've never played Lance like for any prolonged period of time. I only dabbled in the last games. I played enough to get the basics down. You understand? Whereas I have played Switch Axe quite a bit in Freedom Unite. I think it was Freedom Unite. It might have been 3 Ultimate. But anyway. Switch Axe, great weapon. It's better. Man, amazing. And last but certainly not least, according to some people, I think it's a little bit least. I'm going to go with Sword and Shield. It's nice. It's that new whirlwind attack it's got is great. It's fantastic. It's just a good weapon if you want to learn the ropes of Monster Hunter. Sword and Shield is good, but you can also just keep with Sword and Shield if you want to. There's nothing wrong with that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, its whirlwind attack is cool. I don't really remember the other ability it had in the demo, but Sword and Shield's really solid. It's nothing like crazy or spectacular special, but it's a very solid weapon. Anyway, it's a bit of a short one, but that is how I rank all of the weapons in the Monster Hunter Rise demo. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, did you like it? Did you have fun? I hope you did. If you did, consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Let's just go back to here. It would help me out so much. You can also follow me on Twitter. You can also check out my second channel. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time for more of whatever I decide to do. Thank you. Goodbye.